When I'm recording this video, I'm sure that you're going to find this video at the right time in your life. See, when you first start a business, it's unbelievably hard because no one prepare you for that part, especially if you don't have a business related family background. See, everyone loves the stories of 1 crore a month business, 2 crore a month business, turnovers, millions and unicorns. But no one talk about those early mornings that when you wake up, you doubt everything. You doubt yourself, your skill, your team, your idea, and eventually you doubt yourself also. And that's exactly why the people at the top, if you see, they get compensated the way they do for what they have done. Not because they are lucky, like many people talk about, they got that early advantage and all those things. It's not because luck, but because they survived the phase that others can't handle, that the phase that you can't handle. They survived that phase. They earned the right to make in a day what others make in a lifetime. They are making it in one day. So when you start out, you need to learn how to behave in hard circumstances because you'll come across that scenarios multiple times, especially in the beginning, in the growth stage. Because those circumstances, it will never go away. They'll just change the shape, the form as you grow. So that hard circumstances will be there with you at any point of time, even at the top also. The more you higher, the higher you climb, that's where it is going to be more, right? The growth that always hurt. It comes from the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Right? When we talk about growth, that's exactly what we are talking about, where you are now and where you want to be, that distance. So that stretch, that painful distance, that's what called growth or progress. And progress will always require you to look in a mirror and say, I'm not good enough yet. That's what I mean by progress. That's what I mean by growth, because I have to travel that painful distance and I have to stretch further. So if I'm talking about growth, I'm talking about I'm looking at a mirror and I'm saying that I'm not good enough yet. This is where I have to reach. This is the stretch that I want, and there's the painful distance. So if you cover that painful distance, and it's not mere distance, it's a painful distance. So those are growing pains, right? You are wishing for rapid growth, and then you are wishing for rapid pain. Simple. So if you need to cover a distance, right? So if you are, this is your present level and you want to reach at this level, which means you need to cover a distance. That's what I mean by progress. That's what I mean by growth. And this distance is what I mean by painful distance. So if you are really wishing for growth, you are wishing for pain. If you are wishing for rapid growth, you are wishing for rapid pain. See, when I have built my academies, or initially when I started with the Zebrew Cafe, I remember nights that I'm sitting on the floor with nothing but a laptop, especially when I started, coaching classes, and I am recording the classes, I'm doing the videos, and I'm editing till 3 o'clock. I record one video, another video, another video. I take Zoom sessions live. So I have to present. At that time, it was not automated. 7 o'clock, I'll do a session. 9 o'clock, I'll do a session. 10 o'clock, I'll do a session. After completing all these, in between, I'll just take coffee. And then after completing all these, I have to watch all these and I have to edit all these. I have to make it into YouTube videos. I have to make it into the reels. And by the time I sleep after taking all the outs, it will be 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. And then I wake up again by 11 o'clock and only to record again. So the system that was broken, of course, I have to accept because I'm just beginning, right? The finances were very tight because I have very less students and the stress was real. That's the cost of growth. That's the cost of progress that I'm talking about. People think business, the pain of business is physical, right? But that's not the case. It's like sleepless night, 18-hour days, 20-hour days, 22-hour days. There were days that you are not even sleeping. So this is what people thinking that is the real pain in business, but that's not exactly the pain. The real pain is emotional. Sleepless nights and these are part of it, part and parcel of it. The real pain is emotional. That's when you realize that you don't know what you're doing, right? So that's the real pain. It's when you see someone else doing 10 times better than what you are doing and what you are even thinking. Then you think that I'm maybe I'm not just built for this. This is not for me. So you start finding excuses. Maybe they are lucky, maybe they are unethical, they are doing it in a wrong way, maybe the market favored them, maybe they are getting the first time advantage. But deep down, you know the truth, right? They are simply better right now. And accepting that is actually hurting you. That really hurts. But that's the only way to get better. That's the way to get that growth and progress. Every level of business that we talk about that demands a new version of you. When you start out, there is a version of you, and when you grow at different stages, every levels of your business, you keep updating yourself. A different version of you is what required, different team members is what required. You think you are good, and then the world proof that you are not, again and again. And that's the cycle. If you start doing everything yourself, if you start staying where exactly you were at the beginning of your business also. When my academy that plateaued after 3 years, I had two options: blame the market or accept that I had stopped evolving. We were doing the same thing expecting new result. What's the point? Same thing expecting new result. If you want a new result, you need to do different things. This is not, if you're doing the same thing, that's not strategy, that's ego. I'm not accepting that I failed there. So when I mean real change, the real change means admitting that what you have built was not correct. It's flawed. So sometimes you have hired wrong. You might not have good team member. You might not have good partnership. Sometimes you created the wrong team culture. Sometimes you yourself are the problem. And that's where you need the correction. And when you face that truth, when you realize that truth, when you accept that truth, your ego bleeds. But until you fix it, you'll stay stuck. So this is something which you have to fix it. If it is a problem with your team, if it is a problem with you, see, if you are not fixing it, you'll stay stuck, and that's forever, you know, under your potential. So yes, the convenience or the inconvenience, the embracement, the self-doubt, these are the tuition fees that you actually pay to the market to master the business. So whatever struggle that you go through, see, even in trading also, when I talk about emotions and psychology, I tell them, many people come to me and tell that I had a lot of losses, right? I faced a lot of losses. So I'll tell them that, those losses are the tuition fees that you've given to the market to teach you something. So that now you'll take the calculated risk. If that losses have happened without the stop losses, then you know the importance of stop loss. If that losses have caused because of a wrong strategy, then you know that you are not going to take that strategy. So that loss also a stepping stone. That loss also need to be treated as tuition fees, because you have learned something new from that. So we often think our pain is special, that nobody understands the pressure we feel, right? But that's not the case. Every founder who came before you has felt the same. Everyone in the same business might have gone through the same scenarios, same problems, same issues, right? So the same confusion, same fear, same failure, same betrayal from the team member or from the market. So every founder, everyone in the same niche or same business might have faced the same, but you think that you are the one who's facing it, and you think that your pain is special, and you think that nobody understands that pressure that we feel. That's not true. Business has been the same for 5,000 years. What happened? Only players change. You see, you might be seeing a hotel, right? After 3 months, that hotel will remain there, but the hotel name will change. The name was X, now Y. The proprietor was different before, now it's different. Why? Because there was a hotel, all the establishments and everything has been done by first person. He ran for few days, few months, he realized that it's not working for him, it's making loss, he's not even able to pay the rent. He will give it to the another person with the entire setup. So there, just the name will change, new hotel will come, but again the same thing. So you keep seeing that the same place, same hotel, just the name is different, the proprietor or the owner is different. Same as how almost all the business also, see, business has been the same for 5,000 years. The players will change. The first merchant in Egypt, they fought the same battle. What is that all about? It's about supply, or it's about demand, or it's about customers, or it's about trust. So the same drama, but the new names. We are also facing the problem of the supply demand. We are also facing the problem with the customers, the leads. We are also facing the problem with the trust. So it's everything is the same. What we have seen 5,000 years back and what we are seeing now is the same. The players have changed, the names have changed, just like you know uh, the hotel example that I've given to you. My mom once told me The news is always the same, only the names change. You see, the news will be same, right? Murder, rape, or business failure, whatever. The news is same. What keep changing? The names keep changing. The people involved in that will keep changing, right? See, bankers get greedy, the bubbles burst, people rebuild. New technology rises, crashes, rises again. So the headlines change. Human nature doesn't. So stop thinking your struggles is unique. Stop thinking that your pain is unique. Stop thinking that you are not, no one is understanding you. It's just your turn to roll the dice. Right? I'll give you a better metaphor. I use with my team the same at Tradeskool. Imagine life as a dice rolling game. So you are someone who's rolling the dice. So treat your life as a dice rolling game. Okay. So every entrepreneur gets a die. So with you, multiple people are there. So everyone is getting a die, but you can't see how many sides it has. Okay, so some people will have 20 sites, some will have 200 sites, some will have 2000 sites. But in this, only one side is green. And that's what I mean by the success. So someone with 20 sites, they'll get the success fast. Someone with 2000 sites, they may get the success, you know, it took a lot of time. So only site. So I mean to say multiple sites, right? Different sites. And one is a success. The rest, everything is red, and that's failure. So your only rule is what in this scenario? Keep rolling the dice. So your life is a dice rolling game. So you keep rolling the dice. And if you hit green, then you're successful. So one red turns green and you roll again. I hope you got my point, right? So if you hit red, what option you have? Nothing happens, you roll it again. If you hit green, perfect, fine. So the game ends only if you stop rolling. Even if you hit green, still you keep, rolling. But here, if you know that only one green is there, then there is no point. But that's not the case with life. So one red, that can turn green and you will roll again. You see red and you will roll again. So life ends or the game ends once you stop rolling. Simply, your life ends when you stop trying. So it's ultimately you keep trying, keep rolling, keep fighting. See, you will fail only when you give up. As long as you are not willing to give up, you're not ready to give up, or you are not giving up, then how you will fail? Who can beat you? Who can stop you? That's business, that's life. Maybe what die you got might have 200 sides. So 200 sides means you if you are lucky, you will hit the green in the first roll itself. Or 199 can go red and 200 could be success. Someone else have 20 sides and they'll get the green faster. So you have 200 sides. So you might have to roll for 200 times for sure to get the success. Someone who have 20 sides, they'll get success faster. But the truth is, every die will hit green once if you keep rolling, because there is green in that. That is what you need to know. Only thing that you need to do, or only thing that you can do, is keep rolling, keep fighting, keep working. Every die will hit green once, but only if you keep rolling. If you don't keep rolling, see, people want to win lottery, but if you are even not willing to take a lottery, then what is the point in praying to God that win me a lottery? Right? I've seen all this in the first hand. Our first online trading batch at Tradeskool. When we started, I remember I've run the ads and I've done multiple things, and we barely got 12 students. What I did, I rolled again, tweaked the offer, changed the format, rebuilt the funnel. Boom. How much I got, 1,000 students. I am charging 25,000. So 2.5 crore. So just rolling again, right? So that's how you need to do the same market, same people, same customer, same me, just another roll. It worked. Again at Investors Club, we had months of red rolls, bad campaigns, wrong partnerships, missed conversions. But every red, that is teaching us something. Just like I told you, trading losses. Every loss is a stepping stone. That is teaching you something. Every red is teaching you something. Keep rolling. Understand the mistake. Every mistake, that will turn one more side of the tiger. So eventually, hitting success become the rule, not the exception. It is going to be the rule because you're learning from every mistake. You're learning from every red. Every red is teaching you something, and every red is making you closer to getting that green. So the friends or those people who quit early, he rolls 5 times, hit red every time. See, you hit green once and saying, bro, you are just lucky. No, you just rolled over. You just rolled longer. He spent more time watching than playing, right? And when he finally hits a green, he says, see, it took too long. It's not worth it. And leaves. But what he's actually doing and what you are doing now, you keep rolling. You get red, 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 green after green after green because you stayed in the game. You're still in the game. You keep rolling. So the simple rule is keep rolling. And that's the secret. You don't need fewer sides of your die, right? You just need keep rolling, more rolling. So in this game, luck is given to those who roll the most. So even if the luck need to favor you, you keep rolling more. In that way, only even probability also will favor you. So what does this mean for you as an entrepreneur? Ultimately, this is what I want you to understand. It means that the only way to lose is to quit. If you're not going to give up, you are not going to lose. You are still in the game. Only if you stop playing the game, only if you stop rolling, that's when you lose. No one can beat you if you're not willing to give up. So if you stay in the game long enough, your reds will turn green. That's not motivational talk or anything. This is the math. It has to come. But most people, what they do, they don't have the patience to keep rolling. They want instant wins, instant followers, instant freedom. And they forget that, business is not a sprint, it's a lifetime marathon. You cannot simply start a business and, make it big in the next month or next year. It's a marathon. You have to start building upon that and you keep rolling dice and then you find that green at once. I've seen, I've never seen anyone, who truly understand business in less than 5 years. Not part-time hustle years, 5 full years all in. So the first year, you will learn what not to do. You'll make a lot of mistakes. You'll see a lot of things. You'll see a lot of people make a lot of mistakes. And the second year, you make every possible mistakes. Right. So by this time, now you can't afford to make mistakes. The third year, that's when you start connecting the dots. And the fourth year or by fifth year, you finally begin to understand the game. And that's how you evolve. Others, yeah, as you say, it's luck. It's not luck. Might be the situations might have helped. So, for example, some people who have started some kind of online business during COVID time. Yes, that's the time which also worked in favor of them. So there could be a sudden success. But that's not the case with real business if you want to build. It takes 5 years, even for you, the founder, to understand the business all about. And that's when the green starts showing up. So if you have been building for 1 or 2 years and you feel like you have lost in between, that's what I told you. You are watching the video at the right time. You don't want to panic. You're supposed to, because the first 2 years you're bound to make mistakes, and all the possible mistakes that you're going to make it in the first 2 years. Same when I talk about civil service preparation, the same thing is what I'm telling the students also. The first year, second year, you keep making mistakes. Despite the fact that you take a lot of tests and exams, mock test, but when it comes to the actual exam, you'll make mistakes. So the first year, it's very difficult to crack. Second year, you might have done a lot of mistakes and realized many things. So business also, when we talk about business, is an infinite game. There are no winners or losers. There are only players and quitters. The moment you quit, you lost. Or you are in the game. You are a player. You keep playing. Every 100 years, the board resets. All players will disappear. That's how it is. And new ones, they'll take their place. And the game continues. So stop obsessing over being, number one. Number one at what? Revenue, net worth, vanity metrics. In 100 years, no one will even remember our name. But the game of entrepreneurship, that will still go on. So your job is not to win the game. It's to stay in the game. It's to not give up. It's to keep rolling the dice. Because if you keep rolling, you will win by default, and that's math. That's not luck. Here is what you need to remember. Every failure, every rejection, every wrong hire, that's just a red roll. It's not the end. Don't think that it's the end. The only real loss is when you give up. So keep playing, keep rolling the dice, and build your frustration tolerance like a muscle. The more you can endure, the more greens you will earn in future. Because the truth is, some of us have 20-sided dice, some have 2000. So that's natural. Some who have 20-sided dice may achieve the success faster. You'll find the green fast. That's not the case with 200, someone who got the 200 dice. So again, depending upon business, it will change. Depending upon personality, it will change. But all of us can reach the same end if we just keep playing, if we just keep rolling. So ultimately, staying in the game is what matters. That's more important. As long as you're in the game, as long as you're playing the game, as long as you're not quitting, you're not losing. You will lose only if you give up. So as long as you're not going to give up, no one can beat you. And if right now you're sitting in the, that particular phase where everything feels broken, that's why I told you you're watching the video maybe at the right time. Your clients ghosting or employees quitting or money is drying up. Remember this. You're just rolling out your reds. Get them out of the way because every red you clear, these are stepping stones that bring you one roll closer to the green. So don't worry about all these. I've had business crash. I've had partnership which is going sour. I've lost money. I've made it again. I've lost it again. I've made it again. Now I've built an empire. I've lost money. I've lost time. I've lost my friends. I've lost my relatives. I've lost my family also. But I never ever left the game. That's why I'm still here. I'm teaching and I'm building, I'm scaling, I'm mentoring, and I'm teaching. I'm doing multiple things because winners don't look lucky. They just have more rolls behind them. You keep rolling, you keep playing. So if you're feeling tired, if you're doubting yourself, if you doubt yourself at any point of time, this video you found at the right time. Don't stop now. Don't pause to count the reds. Pick up the die, keep rolling it again. Don't give up. If you give up, then you lost. If you're playing the game, you're in the game. Because one day you will hit your streak. And everyone around you will call it luck. But that's not luck. But you will know it was persistence. You have done it. You have achieved it. You were staying there. And when that day comes, you look back and realize that it was never about the greens at all. It was about becoming the kind of player who never stopped rolling, who never stopped or who never gave up. That's the infinite game of business. And that's how empires are built. So keep rolling, never give up. Only if you give up, you will lose. No one can beat you as long as you're not going to give up. And that's the attitude, that's the mindset that you need to have. So keep rolling, keep playing the game. I'll see you at the top. Thank you.